Hello and welcome back to Learning with Faith. This is your host, Isleth Zeladon. I go by Sachi Ice Queen on a lot of social media and just wanted to, welcome you in. If this is your first time listening to us, thank you for allowing us to be in your space. And if you want to join our bilingual community, definitely check out our social media platforms. Learning Idiom is where we break language barriers and culture barriers by perfecting people's English and Spanish. And so we do a lot of bilingual content in order to, serve our bilingual community. And so I'm super excited for this year, 2024, and this podcast and just what we have scheduled for this year. Um, we have a parenting summit that's coming up. And so I'm super excited to have, the sponsors that we already have, as well as the um the door prizes that we've been getting and just everything that we have planned for this year. And today today our co-host could not make it, but he will be making a video short soon, so you guys can hear from him, and he's going to introduce you himself, or I guess reintroduce himself, because if you've listened to any of my other podcasts, I was the host to Moving Mountains for You, and I'm also the current host of Transcending La Familia, which is a Spanglish podcast. And so we wanted to start fresh this year, kind of relaunch the podcast and just kind of have it a little bit more centralized as our topics. We were kind of we did a lot for Moving Mountains for You. We focused a lot on business and just entrepreneurial journeys. So I think this podcast is going to be more real estate kind of centered, as well as family life. So we might not talk a lot about business anymore. We might touch on it here and there because that is kind of part of the real estate world, business life. But um, we definitely will still continue talking about relationships and family life, because if you are part of our groups on Facebook, we have a very large community of Arkansas singles in Facebook, and so we have quite a bit, about 20,000 people in there already. And so we definitely wanted to cater to their needs. And so we definitely always still want to put out content for you guys, specifically when it comes to relationships. And so we have a guest that's gonna be coming up soon. I'm excited for you guys to hear from him. I found him on Instagram and just messaged him and was like, "Hey, do you want to be on my podcast?" Because he always does really funny just videos and reels, and they're all relationship type of videos. And so I was like, I would love to have you on the podcast. And so I am excited for you guys to hear from him. And then I'm also excited because we also do have some other sponsors that will also be make an appearance. So now I'm super, super excited for that. Learning with Faith is the English podcast. Me and the Modern Day Noah, we just kind of made up the name. We're just kind of thinking and going back and forth, and we came up with that one. And so I'm super excited for you guys to hear from him and him kind of introduce himself to you guys. He is a aspiring comedian, so he definitely is very joyful, um, and very, very silly at times. And so I'm excited for you guys to hear from him. He loves animals. That's why his stage name is the Modern Day Noah. And he has a lot of history in law enforcement and firemen. Um, yeah, he's very knowledgeable about cars as well. So he's not going to talk about cars on this podcast, but he is gonna have his own podcast apart from this one where he can do his car talks with his friends. So, and people who he's meeting, along the way too. He loves talking about cars. So, because he's my co-host, I was like, I don't know really anything about cars, so we're just gonna not include that very much in this podcast just because I don't really know very much about it. So there wouldn't be much of a dialogue from me. But, we're excited for you guys to hear, this year's content. It's gonna definitely be, new and exciting, and I'm just excited that, we get to do this and we get to have these platforms and we get to bring this, content to you so that you can be inspired to, think bigger and just dream and keep dreaming and keep your dreams alive and make your dreams a reality. I'm a realtor, publisher, and of course a podcaster. And so for me, to be able to hear people's stories and let them become a published author, and sometimes that's like their biggest dream. And so for me to be able to have that ability is really, really cool. And so if you're interested in um, publishing, definitely let me know. Claudia Fountain, we're part of the first bilingual publishing company here in the state of Arkansas, and it's called Authors R Us. And so we also do have a social media if you want to look us up. We're on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and we have a group on Facebook as well. So yeah, it's a joy to get to do what you enjoy and get to create your own abundance. I started my business, you know, journey back in 2019, translating and interpreting, and it kind of just has been an adventure ever since. And so I'm super excited for you guys to hear our upcoming episodes. Wanted to give you guys kind of a sneak peek of what you will be hearing. We have a lineup of a lot of amazing people. We have an amazing man who he helps you with your with your credit repair, like to repair your credit. He's going to be on the podcast. We have an amazing woman that does like bookkeeping and accounting for nonprofits, and she's going to be on as well. And so we have a lineup of amazing, amazing guests. And I definitely wanted to give you guys a sneak peek or like just drop a little short episode just so you guys can get excited for these amazing episodes that we're about to drop. Um, and so, but yeah, I'm super excited as well for the parenting summit. If you're wanting to be involved or volunteer or just be part of our community, be an intern, let me know. Learning Idiom is a virtual vocational academy. And so if you are interested in being an intern, definitely let me know. We're always, always looking for people to join and be part of our family, be part of our community, and be, involved. In Arkansas, there's so many nonprofits, like Arkansas Takes Care of Arkansas. And so I'm pretty fortunate to live here. And we're in a place where, you know, at one point, can't remember exactly what year, I think it was like 2019 or 2018, Arkansas was the second state that donated the most money apart from California. And so that is really, really something that is, such an accomplishment for the people of Arkansas that they are very giving people. And so definitely there's so many nonprofits around here that they help take care of the community, and definitely wanted to shout out all of the local nonprofits, whether your church or just part of the community that you're doing your part in your mission. I'm an autism mom, and so I definitely always tell anybody that's in Arkansas, if you have special needs kids, definitely check out Community Connections. They host a lot of events for special needs kids and parents too. They have respite care where you can drop them off and do some errands for an hour or two. And they also have sports, where normally you would have to pay, but with them you don't have to. And they just host these amazing little sports, around the state. So yeah, definitely connect with community connections. If you live here in Arkansas and you have special needs kids, they host a lot of events for um parents like myself, and anybody who has a special need child. Definitely also wanted to shout out Coho, City of Hope Outreach. Claudia Fountain is teaching Spanish there, to the kids, and soon will be teaching English to the adults. And so I'm super, super excited that we got to partner with them. And, Claudia Fountain has always been really, really involved in the community as a leader. And so for her to be able to do that for, the city of Conway is where we're very fortunate to have her in our circle. And so also wanted to let you guys know that for Transcending La Familia, Claudia Fountain is usually my host. But he upcoming episodes we are going to get to have another learning idiom lady co-host with me. And I reached out to her and I was like, hey, would you want to, she asked me, hey, how can I get more involved? And so I was like, well, you can be my co-host. um and so Eva Gutierrez Rivas, she's gonna be um being my co-host, not all the time, but definitely she's going to be more involved in the podcasting part of learning idiom, and I'm super excited for her. She is a nurse and for a cancer facility, and her husband has a business, and she also does piñatas. For anybody that needs one, definitely reach out to her. And so definitely wanted to shout out all the learning idiom ladies that are behind the scenes and just kind of help in whatever area that they're helping. We appreciate you, and definitely also wanted to thank all of our sponsors that make this possible. You know, Yara Ortiz, she's an amazing woman, and she will definitely be. We're definitely going to get to highlight her in an upcoming episode. um Jose Escobar, he is part of the community, or he's part of the Connected Leaders Academy, the CLA. And yeah, if you don't know what that is, definitely look it up. It's an amazing little group of amazing people. Daniel Gomez, of course, and any one of our other sponsors, Jonathan Yarborough. He was one of our sponsors last year, and definitely wanted to shout everyone out that did support us in the past years, and also for the ones that have been reaching out recently. And so we definitely appreciate you and thank you for everything that you do to make this possible. Um I'm super, super excited for you guys to hear again from my co-host, the modern day Noah. He will be doing an episode soon, and so you definitely will be able to hear a little bit from him, a little bit about himself, just kind of reintroducing himself to you. Um, Again, I am a realtor, publisher, and a podcaster, and if you're interested in any of my services, even though I'm licensed here in Arkansas, I'm about to get licensed in another state. So I'm super, super excited. So stay tuned for that. I've been in the real estate world for about 3 years, and it's been a joy. I love the real estate world, and just kind of be able to kind of just give a different perspective, because a lot of people, they look at real estate and they think, oh, it's just buying and selling houses. There's a lot more to real estate than just that. I was with Eagle Rock for um a year, and so I learned a lot about like property management and investing side of real estate. So I'm pretty fortunate, and that I got to be able to be part of Eagle Rock. Currently, I am with Coldwell Banker. And so, yeah, definitely reach out to me if you're interested in learning about real estate. I love sharing information. And even if you're interested in being a realtor or a real estate agent, like reach out to me because if it's something that piques your interest, definitely reach out to me. I love talking about real estate and you know, um, just kind of bump ideas, see what you want to do in the real estate world because you can do so many different things with when you're licensed. Like I said, I like to do the property management side a little bit more than the selling side. Um, but to each their own. But yeah, definitely reach out to me for any of those services. Like I said, my name is Iceleth Zeladon. I go by Sachi Ice Queen on a lot of social media. I write poetry, so that's the reason why I have a stage name. Um, and I deal also with a lot of immigration, and so that's the reason why it's Sachi Ice Queen. Because I do deal with I'm first generation born citizen here in the United States, and so I deal a lot with immigration and immigrants, and I'm an immigration advocate as well as an autism advocate as well. So, but yeah. Hope you guys have an amazing, amazing year. Super, super excited. And even though January is about to end, make sure you write your goals for this year. If you do a vision board, make sure you do your vision board. Whatever you do to plan for the future. I always tell people to plan. I'm a big planner. Because if you don't know what you want to do or how to get there, then you just I don't know, you just don't live a life more intentionally when you don't do that. And so I always tell people to plan, you know. I have calendars for a reason because if I didn't, I don't know how I would do everything that I do if I didn't have my planners or my calendars. So yeah, definitely reach out to me. Again, this is Sachi Ice Queen. I go by Iceleth Zeladon in the professional world. And so if you're interested in publishing in English, Spanish, bilingual, audiobook, definitely reach out to me and get in touch. And so again, you're listening to Learning with Faith. Take care, God bless, and peace be with you.